I gave them every reason to wait. I begged for 12 more hours. But they pulled the plug on my father without me and without his will. So I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I went after their jobs, their licenses, and their hospital. My name is Madison Clark. I'm 32, born and raised in Denver, Colorado, and this story isn't just about revenge, it's about justice. For my dad. For the man who never stopped fighting for me. Dad had always been strong. A firefighter for 26 years. Retired only because of a back injury. But 3 months ago, he collapsed in his backyard. Brain aneurysm. No warning. No symptoms. Just dropped while watering his roses. He was rushed to Golden Rock Medical Center. When I arrived, he was already in a coma. No response. Stable vitals. Doctors said there was a small chance, a 1% recovery window, but it wasn't impossible. I told them, give me time. I just need 24 hours to reach our lawyer and bring in the health directive. Dad had told me if it ever came to this, he wanted to wait at least 48 hours before making any decisions. His will was in process, but not filed. Still, it was written, signed, and saved. But the next morning, 12 hours later, I got a call from the nurse's station. We're sorry. Your father was removed from life support this morning. My knees buckled. Who authorized it? A pause. His sister signed an emergency directive. His sister. My aunt. The woman he hadn't spoken to in 5 years. The woman he called dangerous and once removed from his house during Thanksgiving for picking fights over money. They let her decide. Without asking me. Without checking records. Without waiting for the signed directive I told them I had. Dad was gone. And so was my trust in the system. I didn't scream. I didn't make a scene. I requested all documentation under patient rights. Then I got to work. I was a paralegal for a firm that specialized in medical negligence and institutional fraud. I knew every loophole. Every weakness in hospital policy. I requested video footage. Badge access logs. Nurse and doctor notes. ICU visitation times. The evidence? My aunt had no documented authority. No formal DNR was filed. And worst of all, a nurse admitted in her chart that I had stated I was bringing the will that very day. This wasn't just neglect. This was medical liability. I filed a formal complaint to the state medical board. Then I sent a summary of the evidence, anonymously, to every board member of the hospital's legal review panel. And finally, I walked into a partner's office at my law firm and said, I have a wrongful death case with a multi-million-dollar trail of receipts. We filed. 6 weeks later, the hospital issued a public statement. A breakdown in internal communication. The ICU director was suspended. The nurse who signed the removal form was fired. And the hospital settled the case privately. I donated 40% of the money to a firefighter scholarship fund in my dad's name. And as for my aunt, she tried to ask for some of the settlement. I sent her a copy of the court filing and a voicemail recording of my dad from a year before. If anything ever happens to me, don't let her near my body. Some revenge isn't about anger. It's about doing what someone else deserved, but never got. If this story hit you, like, comment, and subscribe. We're just getting started.